Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another episode in my Create This Book series. So if you guys are at all interested in watching more of these, I have an entire playlist on my channel which you can check out. I will make sure to link it in the description box as well as in the information card at the top of this video. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So pretty much for today's episode, I did all of my pages off camera, but every once in a while I do them on camera just depending on if I have time or not. So I'm going to be showing you all 4 of the pages that I completed. So the first one, which is my favorite, says Create Nostalgia. Make this page sentimental. So I decided to draw Strawberry Shortcake because she was one of my favorite characters when I was younger. So the process for this page is pretty simple. I started off by finding some inspiration. So I found an old Strawberry Shortcake book and I used those images as inspiration to draw Strawberry Shortcake as well as a bunch of strawberries and bows, and I also drew Apple Dumpling over here. And I also happened to have some old stickers, so I decided to put those in there to make this page even more nostalgic. And coincidentally, there was actually a bow already in the book, so I decided to keep that and just match it to all of Strawberry Shortcake's bows that she has in her book and stuff like that. And once I was done drawing that, I just outlined it with a fine liner, and then I went ahead with my Crayola Super Tips and colored it in, and surprisingly the marker didn't soak through the pages that much, which was pretty impressive, so that's really good to know. So for future pages I can use markers in here and I don't have to worry about it completely soaking through. And also, to add some more detail, I just added some white highlights over the page on like her hat and the strawberries and stuff like that. But overall I am super happy with this page, and I also added the date that I completed the page in the top corner of this page. So that is the first one. This next one that I completed says Create a Fantasy Home. Design a home in blank. So I went ahead and designed a home that I was going to have in Norway because that was the first location that I could think of, and I just drew it on the page. So for this page, I kind of got inspiration from another thing I used to do when I was younger, which was design homes like a blueprint, something like an architect would do. So I decided to do that in this house because that was something that I used to love to do. So this probably isn't a fantasy home, but I do have a skating rink and a pool, which is something that would be really cool to have in a house. So I decided to add that, but it's actually a pretty standard house, I'd say. Nothing crazy, but I just designed that with a pencil and then I outlined it with a black fine liner, and everything is colored in with colored pencil. So as you can see over here, I have the pool, the living room, and the kitchen and entrance, and the bedroom, an office, another bedroom, a rec room, a greenhouse, and a skating rink. And then I just colored the outside of it with some green pencil crayon. But yeah, the page is pretty standard, but I did like how it turned out. And I also added the date in the top corner of the page. And the third page that I completed says Create a Page of Notes. Take notes on something mundane, people around you, the weather, what the room looks like, etc. So for this page, I decided to take inspiration from the many notes I write from school, so I decided to make some little notebooks and I put them on the page, and I put my notes inside of each of the notebooks. Some of them I think are blank, but some of them do have notes in them, and this was really fun to make. I just used some scrap loose leaf, and the outside is just made with some scrapbooking paper or just regular printer paper that I colored, and then I covered that with packing tape to make it shiny, and I stapled all the little books together and added some binding with more paper and tape. And then to go along with the school theme, I covered the background with some loose leaf pieces that I just ripped up and glued on, and then I also added some polka dots on the background. And the final page that I completed says create a border. Draw or put together some sort of interesting border around these pages. So for this page, there was a box in the middle, and pretty much you're supposed to put a border around it. So for this, I used a combination of scrapbooking paper and also a little bit of washi tape. So I had a bunch of these random scrapbooking scissors with different designs on them. So I used that and cut different colored pieces of scrapbooking paper and then simply glued them around here. And for this edge over here, I also added in some purple washi tape. And once that was all glued in, I also put in some highlights with a white Jelly Roll gel pen, as well as some other various colored markers just to add a little bit more detail. But surprisingly how simple this page is, I really like how it turned out, and it was pretty quick to make compared to some of the other more intricate drawing pages. And I also like how it adds some texture compared to just the drawing pages. So that is the last page that I completed for this episode. So here is just a little update on the book is looking. If you guys are interested in seeing the other pages that I've completed, again, I will link the playlist in the description box so you guys can go check that out. So if you are interested, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out any future Create This Book videos, and please leave a comment in the comment section on which page from this episode was your favorite, and I will be sure to respond to you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!